All right. Hello, everybody, and good afternoon from the beautiful New York City. A little overcast today, but overall keeping things cool. And I had a beautiful walk through the city today, so I'm pretty happy. I'm Ryan Nocera here with your weekly YouTube video of where the market was, where it's going. I'm going to get started in just a second. I just want to throw that disclaimer up. Why that disclaimer is up, I will talk a little bit about the market and what you're about to see. So every week we put out this video updating you on what happened and where that looks like it's taking us in the market, right? So about 3 weeks ago, I think I can get rid of this now. All right. So, and I have my camera off today, guys. I'm just a little bit tired. I had a long weekend. I was in the pool this weekend, so I'm exhausted. Hmm. But about 3 weeks ago, could have been two. I did a video, or Mitch and I did a video that said "ready for a sideways market." That's basically what we've gotten, right? We are still at an elevated. If I look at this as like I think this is the May low right there, yeah. And then price kind of recovered quite a bit, and now we've been just we dropped a little bit. Okay, I get it, but notice we're still in this range here, right? All along this gamut. Now, we hit this demand zone that I outlined either in, I don't know if it was the last video I did or what, it could have been 2 weeks ago, but I think it was a week ago, right? We bounced from here and we've kind of stayed at a good position. You'll see where current price is now. The market's rolling. This is the afternoon, but I'm going to do a whole outlook for the week. You know, we got a little gap up this morning, giving back a little bit, but this is kind of standard, right? We're sitting right where I would have closed this trade if I don't remember if I entered this or not, and we're hitting like a, I hate to call that a supply area. That's really, it's got some move down, but um, it's crummy supply. It's not great, right? And we're kind of just holding on here. You see, look at the struggle, right? All just, I'm talking for what, 30 seconds. We've had, this is going from red to green, right? That little light's becoming a doji, which, another name for doji is just like an indecisive candle here, right? So I'm kind of sitting at an okay point in the SPY. You know, I will tell you, if you're a new trader, if you're trying to trade on your own in markets like now, it's a difficult environment. Mitch and I and a bunch of my students, we've traded through these, right? Mitch and I got started during the 2008 crash. Um, you know, the recovery from there, I think there was a debt limit debacle somewhere in the middle, the Trump sell-off, the recovery, the COVID sell-off, the up and down market since Russia invaded Ukraine, all that kind of stuff. So we're sitting right here. Let me go down to a lower time frame on the SPY. We'll do the Qs, and if I have time, I don't want to run too far. I'll do TLT and the IWM, but I'll definitely hit the SPY and the Qs. Okay, so here's this. Yeah, we'll drop down to a 2 hour. That's fine. Um, Now we reacted to that supply zone last week. Crummy. I mean, it's going to have to break upwards, but there's no high quality supply ahead to hold it down. That's usually a good sign if you're long, right? And if the broad market's long, it's going to help. Has a long bias. It's going to help any other position you have. Like right now, I'm long AXP and actually I'm short Cisco, so that's going to hurt. Um, but all in all, we're sitting right here. This is not telling me much, right? Because this is all beat up supply. Could just be holding because of that. Here, I'll outline what I'm talking about. Right, there's a little supply area there. You'll see price touched, came down. Now we're heading back up. Let's see if it can make its way through it. I don't want to go lower than that. Let's just go over to the Qs. I think I had a short last week. That it was a stop out on the Qs. Basically lined up nicely with the Apple short, but again, both losses, so it is what it is. Similar story. We're a little further from recent supply on the Qs than we are in the SPY. Which one is gonna SPY is gonna lead? The Qs is gonna follow. Similar broad picture as the SPY, but we do have some fresh supply up here that I could see holding. See where price kind of comes up, fails, and then falls. It's not the highest quality there, but it's not bad. Not my favorite. We could still call it supply though. Supply area right there. Why is it not my favorite? At the end of this video, I'm going to leave my calendar link there. I'll explain in a little bit more detail when we have some more time. I don't want to make this a a really long educational video. Just kind of want to give you guys the broad outlines of where we see the market. And if you guys want my honest opinion, it is that we are still in the sideways action. This could go either way right now. We could break to the low, or we could rise back up to the supply on the Qs, and SPY looks about the same. The Qs chart is a little cleaner because we have that supply there, whereas SPY doesn't have that. So let's skip the IWM because I don't really. Let's see how TLT looks because I know a lot of you guys watch the bonds. All right, looks like that little supply area held. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't really love these, but we do have these gaps here that we could play. So below current price, we have right here. If price fills that gap, like if we get a retracement down to 93, that's a nice demand area or demand zone. I know some of you guys complain when I don't use the same terminology. But if price falls, we expect a little bit of a pop there. To judge how much, I would prefer to see the entry point, or if you're in one of my programs, just ask in the chat. And then on the supply side, I'm not going to call this supply. This looks just like some resistance right here, but this is pretty good. Up at 97. You might say to yourself, well, you're sitting in the middle in between supply and demand. What does that mean? It means nothing. It means we're in a sideways market, and this is going to be the nature of it. Luckily this is right in front of me. I will go over and look at IWM, but we're I don't mind this scenario, but for newer traders, I will tell you, I know it's challenging because you guys want to be in action every day, or at least every other day. You guys always want to be pulling triggers and stuff like that. This is a business that rewards patience. Okay, so waiting for clean entries, your highest and best probability trade. Don't worry about your win rate. Worry about your return on investment or your risk to reward. Okay. So that's that. Let's go over and look at IWM. Looks like we've had some recent trading on IWM, I believe. I don't know if I did good or bad with IWM. Looks like I did good because that supply area held and dropped to 3-1. So that's a plus. Let's just clean this chart up real fast. Next time I talk to you guys let me know what if you guys use Toss. I know a bunch of my students, they use Toss and TradingView. Mitch uses TradeStation. He loves it, and he's as good as it gets at it. And I got a couple of students who use that, but mostly it's Toss and TradingView. IWM is it makes sense because it's the small cap stocks. I'm going to go up to the daily. That they might be doing a little bit worse. The economic pinch of inflation and potential recession. I don't think we're there yet, but we're sitting up there. This looks like it's holding for now, but I got a bad feeling about this. This looks like you threw a balloon up in the air and it's not a lot of air, and it could potentially fall because all this, this is like, let's call it support, I guess. Not so much demand right here, right? All that right there has been pretty chewed up. Let me make that a different color. Pink. And all that in the pink there, that's all beat up. So I expect if price returns there, we could fall quite precipitously because there's no demand below. No fresh demand, let's put it that way. So that's not a good sign for the longs on IWM. We do have some supply up here, also not good for the longs, but it would get like bounce from 185. If price does take it up to 189, 190, that's a good supply area to get short from. But just the way I look at things, let me throw some lines on there. I'll take that purple box off. I'd be curious to see if I drop this, down to like maybe a 2 and a 1. 2 hour, 1 hour. No, I mean, that's just working too hard there. If I look at this little area as like supply, Mitch and I always talk about, we do a weekly Zoom call. Excuse me, just do Tuesday morning and Thursday evening with our members and our students. And we're always talking about like looking too hard to make the chart the way you want it to. It means you might be working too hard trying to force a trade as opposed to letting it come to you. Yeah, there's nothing. On the lower time frames, there's nothing. Okay, this is not let's call this not a positive for IWM. Yeah, that's less than ideal. So just to give you guys a quick overview, I think we're still in the sideways market. The Qs looks like it has a little bit more room to go. SPY, I'm going to go call that, intermediate. And then the IWM looks like it could, the IWM looks like it's sell off. Not saying when, not gonna say it's gonna happen. Just like if I had to pick the bearish of the three, the IWM looks like it's in the most trouble. TLT sitting in between supply and demand. To me, that's always a good scenario. I like that for my trading purposes. Like I said, I'm long American Express and I'm short Cisco. And Cisco's been in a prolonged uptrend, so it's a little bit counter trend. I'm in it. It's got a very low risk trade on puts, so we'll see. 1 second, let me give you guys access to my calendar link, and I will let you go. Just go right here. Okay, folks, sorry about that. I had to grab the link, but I just wanted to show you. If you scroll down, so here's just one of our older videos, right? You scroll down here, right? You'll see right at the beginning is Mitch's calendar link. In this case, you'll have mine. Whoever's kind of doing the video, we usually put theirs in there. So if I scroll down, see it there again. So it's in the description. If you just click it, something like this, excuse me. This is what it looks like when I share it. And then I have a couple because I give my students a special one. They go to the front of the line. And then if you want to talk to me and see a little bit about how we can actually help you trade this methodology in a profitable way, just go here, click one of the dates that you're available. Like you'll see I'm not available the rest of today. Just click here. A time will come up that I am available, right? Pick one, fill out your information there, just like your name, email address. We'll jump on a Zoom. We'll see if my way of trading or our way of trading, if you're talking to Mitch, will fit your personality and your agenda. And then we'll take it from there. We're pretty easy to work with. I think you'll like it a lot. And schedule that call, and I will talk to you on the other side. Have a good day, guys. Have a safe and profitable trading week. Thanks.